All right. Welcome back to Sideboard MTG. My name's Eric, and this is take 2 of our Subscriber Sunday. Hopefully, the new settings will help. Hopefully, everything will work for us here. By the looks of it, we are holding much better than we were before. We're going to see very shortly. Hopefully, everything will go as we want it to. All right, guys. Let's take this for take 2. um, you know, never, nothing in life is ever just easy, is it? Is there anything that's just like super easy? I don't know. All right, let's check out this Naya firesong deck here. We played a deck by Poopyfattie just a moment ago. Really cool deck. I thought the deck was a lot of fun. It's been a while since I played a Revel and Rich's deck. And I'm actually curious if there's some M19 cards or something that might be able to help us out. I do know that I'm interested in the Gleaming Bearer, not the Gleaming Bearer, but Gleaming Bearer as a card in the other set. You know, running that in the, what is it, Bant colors? Bant colors with the Dino. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I like that. I think this particular deck is by Dragon Lord. I can't really pull it up. If I pull it up, it just like destroys everything. We're not going there. Anyway, pretty cool deck. Again, we're going to be making some treasures. We got 4 treasure maps. Sweltering Suns, Braid, Seal Away, Renewed Faith, some cycling cards and things like that. Now, one of the things you're going to notice here is a lot of damage, and you're going to notice a lot of life gain. And that is because this deck is centered around Firesong Sunspeaker. And why are we missing some copies of this deck, of this card? Why are we missing copies? What? We're gonna have to just like I'm not gonna wait for let's just trade. Nope, that's a return. We don't want to return. Drafter's Haven will have some. All right. Is everything looking better? Are we smoother now? Banefire and Worm. Oh man, Banefire. See if he's got a couple fire songs. No fire songs. Okay, let me jump over to manatraders. We'll rent them and we'll talk about this deck. Check, make sure everything's going good here. For those of you that don't know about manatraders, it's pretty simple. If you want to pick up some cards, let's make sure that's the only cards we need is a couple fire songs here. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this big preview. Got anything missing out of the sideboard? No. Just need 2 fire songs. Alright. So what we're going to do, we're just going to jump over to manatraders. We'll go to the builder. And currently in the builder I've got loaded 80 cards. Enable JavaScript. Back to the old builder. I'll work on getting all of that enabled later. New PC, we're still working on that. So there's a button on the top right hand corner that you guys probably can't see. Here, let's make this where you guys can see it. There we go. Try the new deck builder, and if you're on the new deck builder, it'll be there for try the old deck builder. So we're just gonna go Fire Song and Sunspeaker. We just need to rent 2 of these. And here we go. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to rent the promo. And it should bring us the cards within a minute. Depending on how many cards. Like when I requested like 85 cards of all different colors and stuff, The bots got to get together, you know, and sort cards out. So it takes a little bit longer, but most of the time you don't have to wait more than about 5 minutes. So you just, you know, put in the request for your cards, and bam, the bots will grab the cards. They'll create you a list, and it'll bring it to you. Anyway, so let's talk about this. This deck reminds me a lot of the old red blue or sorry, red white approach of the Second Sun deck with the Sunbird's Invocation. This deck actually seems a lot like that. I mean, we've got Fight with Fire. We've got a bunch of like the same cards that use like Treasure Map, Abrade, Sweltering Suns. Fight with Fire is new, and that's really cool. I like that in here. Star of Extinction. Like, so let's look at something here. Now this is the big one. Let's get this preview plane back up for you guys here. Now, Firesong and Sunspeaker. Red instant and sorcery spells you control have lifelink. Whenever a white instant or sorcery causes you to gain life, Firesong and Sunspeaker deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So, alright. Now, you're not pinging this at Planeswalkers, but you are doing some serious damage. So that is one of the reasons why we have cast outs and Ixalan's bindings to deal with the Planeswalkers. Star of Extinction will deal with will deal with everything else. And I got to quit drinking soda in front of stream. Like, this is making me. It's 11 o'clock at night, guys. We're gonna get through this. Thank you all. Thank you all. We got our trades. All right, but anyway, so with Firesong and Sunspeaker, when you hit someone with or something with burn, you're going to gain that much life. Now, if you hit something with, let's say, Sweltering Suns, and they have 3 things on the battlefield, you're going to hit each of those for 3 points of damage, which means you're going to gain 9 points of life. So the wider your opponent goes, the more you gain, which can be phenomenal against something like a red deck or something like that. Even Sweltering Suns on a Hazard could gain you 3 life. I mean, if you could do something like an Hour of Devastation, I mean, you're looking at doing some serious damage to a Hazard. You know, you're gaining life in response to, you know, or not in response, but you're gaining 5 life. Not only are you doing that, but you're also taking that Hazard out. So, what deck number is this? This is number 2, Rocker. We are on deck 2. We've got the stream back up. From the looks of it, we're not dropping frames anymore. So you guys will have to let me know what you think. Like, are you guys dropping frames? Is everything a lot better than it was before? Rush said it's working. It's working. Huh? Yeah? Right? Okay. Sweet. Am I moving? Is it nice and smooth, or is it a, like, jerking motion? Huh? Alright, I'll quit. I'll quit. It's stupid anyway. Yeah, this is the Naya Firesong, aka Deck 2. Yeah. Anyway, so the same thing goes for if you gain life. So we've got a lot of cards that gain life here. Well, not a lot. We've got 1 card that gains life. I'm expecting more in the sideboard, but this one's actually really good because you can just gain 6 life, which means you could just dome your opponent for 6 damage. 3 mana, burn 6. Guys, 3 mana, burn 6. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Stream is working better, finally. Also was wondering about that aid from the Cowl deck. Geez, madness. I actually think I remember saying I wanted to play the aid from the Cowl deck. But I didn't see it. Like, I didn't see it. Aid from the Cowl is a cool deck, man. I played around with it a few times. Treasure Trove. We've seen Trove of Temptation. I keep calling it Treasure Trove. Trove of Temptation. We've seen that in the last deck we played. It was really good. So, right, yeah. MTG, if you need to set things, go to your settings, and change it. Like YouTube always puts people at the lowest default, so you'll have to go to YouTube settings and change it to a higher resolution. But from what I can see, we are no longer dropping frames. Everything's looking like it's smooth here on my side, but I've been fooled before. You guys let me know what you think. You missed the Revel and Riches deck. It worked pretty good. It actually worked pretty good. They scooped long before we get to a Revel and Riches, but by the looks of it, you would be better off just playing 4 Karn and a bunch of treasure things and just play Karn, down tick Karn. Play Karn, down tick Karn. Like, just, like that seems like that might be the better one. So, what's the win con for this deck other than Firesong? Well, I mean, we've got Fight with Fire. We could fight them with fire, but we've got 4 fire songs. But that's it. Like, that's it in the main board by the looks of it. Jaya Ballard, she's just going to let us do things over and over again. Now, in the sideboard, we've got like 3 Jaya's Inferno, Immolating Inferno. Yeah, 2 Jaya's Inferno. Immolating Inferno. 2 Lyra Dawnbringers, 3 Shala Voice of Plenty, History of Benalia, Captain Lannery Storm, Sorcerer's Spyglass. We can get really, really aggressive out of the sideboard, which is almost a transformational sideboard. Which, honestly, that's nothing new. So, oh, wow. Yeah, this deck would love a Banefire too. You are right. It would. Banefire would be great here. All right. So, Firesong, Sunspeaker. You guys think we can burn somebody? I actually think we're going to have a hard time with this. Hey, it's Devil Dog. Let's see what Devil Dog's playing this time. Just played him with another deck, so we're going to be back this time with something new. Wow, Link, fight it, buddy. She'll win. Mommy always wins. Well, we got fire songs. Sure. We'll keep this. We got 3 land. We just need to get to 6 to be able to do this. We're going to go ahead and remove that upkeep trigger there. I'm just going to play my Inspiring Vantage and pass. Yeah, Banefire looks like it's going to be really sweet, so. Alright, so here comes that horses deck again, is it? Can we beat the horses deck? I mean, we've got Hour of Devastation. We should be able to beat the horses deck. Banefire is going to be great. Okay, so he's got a different deck. He's coming back with, I mean, this is Johnny's Pride Mate gaining life. Cats. He's getting in there. I'm just going to sweep the board here. Lincoln Sun. Wow. Really? I mean, sweeping the board right now just buys us a little bit more time. If I wait any longer, Pride Mate gets out of control. So yeah, we're gonna do it now. Like Johnny's Pride Mate, this card's been around for a long time, and I've seen it used in a lot of decks. And honestly, guys, that card can get completely out of hand. Right now, there's a Fatal Push in the format, so like Fatal Push is going to take care of it. But yeah, if you control 3 or more creatures, so yeah, he would have instantly been at 4. He would have swung, been at 5. Yeah, flipped his Legion's Landing. All kind of cool things would have happened. For him, not for us. We need land. That's what we need to happen. That's our cool thing. What? Sheltered Thicket? What is Sheltered Thicket doing in here? Okay. Oh, do we have a couple green sources where we might be able to activate Shala? Maybe. Maybe. Untap red. I will burn one of these hours. This isn't horrible. Mr. Lincoln, son. We'll just do it now. Oh, wow, yeah. Let's put that on the bottom. We'll go ahead and put our upkeep trigger here. Yeah, my bad on that madness. My bad. Seriously, man. Come on. Alright, so we have to kind of take a chance at land on top. Kind of. I mean, he's stuck on mana. I mean, I guess we can flip it. Wow, he is so mad, y'all. A braid's good. If it's not going to be a land, then a braid is perfect. We'll go ahead and draw the braid. We get to destroy one of these guys. And we can do that before combat. Which means we get to flip and have, you know, firesong up after that. Alright, so I'm just going to destroy one of them. Well, deal 3 damage to it. We don't necessarily know that'll destroy it. Did we get a Revel in Riches win? We did not. We were going for it, but we had so many things that we could have made, like, you know, 10-10 Karn Strucks, and dude just scooped it up. Like, yeah. Yeah, Super Saiyan Link in the background. You guys hear that? My goodness. Can't believe he talks to his mom like that. He's 1.5, guys. Alright? He gets mad at bedtime. Mad at bedtime. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say... Oh, wow. He spent a card. Alright, so we flip this, right? He's 1.5. Renewed Faith. It's going to be okay. Start burning him for 6. I want to do this. I just want to have this Renewed Faith in hand. I'm going to run down Sunspeaker. We'll go... Man, we used them all to run down Sunspeaker, though, don't we? Does it matter, though? Does it really matter? Maybe. Probably matters. We're going to do it anyway. I want to fire off this Sunspeaker. Oh my god. Let's do all of this at the wrong time. Did all that in my upkeep. Now it's got me second guessing. Nah, we'll do it. We'll fire it off. White. 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 I assume he's got something like Seal Away, so that makes me not want to swing with Firesong and Sunspeaker. Even though we have another. Kind of just want to play Giant Ballard uptick. Having it be 2 colors is much simpler. You talking about the Revel in Riches, or you talking about this deck? Oh, he's just not swinging. Okay. Hey, we got a Clifftop Retreat. That's cool. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can spend 5 to cast her. She'll make 3. leave it wide open. We can cast Renewed Faith, burn something. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play her. Let's play Miss Jaya Ballad. We will uptick, make 3 red. Since we're just going to kill a thing. Oh no, I have to actually, I can't cycle with it. I have to cast instant and sorcery, so we'll cast it. So should we just dome him for 6? Bam. We just domed him for 6 for 3 mana. Actually cost us 1 white because Jaya Ballard's awesome. But yeah. I'm going to wait. I want to be able to recast everything from my grave. Is this a cast out? Is this cast out? Don't be cast out. Don't be like that. Oh, nice. So Johnny will go to 5. This is the new Johnny. He pulled a foil. Awesome, dude. Oh, wow. So he's going to down ticket. He gets a Johnny's Pride. Man, this is going to hurt him so bad. We're going to, like, destroy our Jaya Ballard, though. Yeah, this is like scoop mode for our opponent. Like, he is not going to like this. But we're going to do it anyway. We'll +1 discard 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. We're done. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hour of Devastation with lifelink. Now, it hits our creatures too, guys. Okay? We're going to gain 20 life here. Oh, wow, it hits the Planeswalkers. Sorry, we gain a little bit more life than I thought. Yeah. That's a lot of life. We're at 45. Getting in there. Getting in there. So, I actually think the major problem with this deck is the only way you have to actually kill them is this firesong. And in the main board, that might be enough. Probably could have just shot that, but... Ooh, Arch of Araska. Do we have the City's Blessing? We've got the City's Blessing! We can cycle it for free. Draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave up a Braid or a Cycle. Renewed Faith. Yeah, we can just Renewed Faith here. Yeah, so we're just going to Abrade, and we'll gain 3 off the Abrade. I mean, it's going to do 3 damage. So we'll gain 3 here. Charge! What? He's going to make it a little bit bigger. Wow, spinning his cards. We still gain 3. And then I'm going to cast Renewed Faith. I could just dome it. Or like dome him. We don't need Miss Jaya anymore, so I'm not really worried about that. We have our draw engine right here. We've got 54 life. It'd be hard to lose from here, although there's one card that would just absolutely hose us. Hose this deck. We'd just be hosed. Anybody know what it is? Ixalan's Binding. Jaya's had one. Alright. Let's do a free cycle here. Ooh, Star of Extinction. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. We could cast it. To each creature and each planeswalker. Ooh. Right. So, yeah, Jaya's gonna die. He's gonna make a bunch of dudes, which I'm okay with. They have lifelink. That's the thing. Go ahead and what's cool is this shouldn't actually trigger because he didn't declare attack with 3 or more creatures. So TF is rar. What? Rar. What? Thought I was going to say rear. Huh? Huh? I don't know what you're saying. Bye, Jaya. Bye, Jaya. We're going to draw a card here off our arch. Sweltering Suns will be perfectly fine. I mean, we're at 68 life now. Yeah, this card and damage-based damage-based board sweepers it's pretty broken. You don't see instants and sorceries gaining lifelink very often, and this is kind of the reason for that. Like, you just don't see it much. Really, he's getting in there. Just getting in there. No fear. Oh, I don't have enough. I don't want to cast Star of Extinction. It'll destroy my only form of killing the opponent here. So I'm going to discard a couple. Really? Really? I'll play one. We'll cycle the other. Attack the kitty cat. Our opponent is still at 4 mana. 4 mana. Nice big mana deck. It is. It is a nice big mana deck. Days Dreamer. What's up? How you doing? You're a dad as well? Hi, Japanese. I'm dad. That all got mixed up. Well, Days Dreamer, nice of you to join us here on the stream. It is a pretty interesting big mana deck. Lot of new decks coming out. This has none of the new cards in it, but he got that 5th land he needed. He's coming at Jaya. She's gonna die. Regal Caracal. Well, we need another board sweeper. That's not it. And we have a lot of time, but definitely need to get to a sweeper. I think we just pass. I don't want to send him into this. And we can take a bunch of damage here. But the problem is we're going to have to deal this damage back 4 at a time, guys. Right? Just 4 at a time. Oh my goodness. Not a ton we can do. Ooh, that's going to be brutal. We didn't have a 1 mana spell we could go get, so doesn't matter there. Let's put that on the bottom. We need a board sweeper. The opponent's getting there, guys. Got a 13-13 a Johnny Pride made. Yep. Each creature counts as a separate source of life gain. I actually have to cycle this. I didn't cast it, so that didn't... Oh, man. Let's undo that, because we may need to kill this. Scry. Let's put that on the bottom. We're digging. We're digging. We need something like Sweltering Suns. Binding will at least deal with the Pride Maid. Pride Mate. Yeah. But this is about to get bad. What do we got? Chef at Dunes, pumping them all. Well, 7 times 3, that's 21 by itself, plus another 13. That's 34. Man, we need to stop a huge chunk of damage here, because we've got these guys coming. Oh, man. So we have to jump in front of the 13 damage. Like, Star of Extinction's the only thing left that could save us. Okay. Thanks for joining the party. Fight with fire. You're only 7 turns too late. Right. Star. 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 Hour's not bad. Hour works. Hour works. He's at 83. We're at 4. Okay. Imagine if Rosdon wasn't banned. He makes a dude. He makes a dude. Of course he makes a dude. Clip top retreat anyway. Alright. So we're gonna sacrifice a treasure, draw a card. We're going to sacrifice a treasure, draw a card. Cast out. Play land. I should have done this first. This is bad sequencing. Should have done this first to thin the deck of lands. Even though we didn't draw a land, but to thin the deck of lands. Just get a small or a mountain here. And then the cards we would have drawn would have been more likely to not be lands. You know, that sort of thing. We've got a turn or two. So I'm going to do some digging. I'm going to put a treasure map down. That's what we're going to do. We can do everything else on his turn. So I'm going to scry right now. Just so I have that piece of information. Like, I may not want to take damage. Seal away. Yeah, we want the seal away. So we just seal the vampire token away and we stay at 4 life for a little bit. I mean, I could, for the same amount of mana, just leave the seal away there and cast out. But this gets me 1 card deeper in my deck. So we'll cycle this, grab our seal away, cast seal away, get his vampire. I mean, we spent 4 mana and dealt with something, but the only difference is we got 1 card deeper. And we're back. Alright. We're back at it. 83 life. Here we go. He's beating us on time, though. So I am going to have to, like, make this real quick. Put that on the bottom. And pass. We got 18 cards left in the deck, so Azor's Gateway, Fight with Fire. Should probably fire one of these Fight with Fires off right now. And we'll just pass. I mean, I'm going to end up milling myself here. We'll put that treasure map on the bottom. Settle the wreckage. Gideon's reproach. Does he have another thing he can do to it? Double Gideon's reproach. Wow. Let's see what we can do. Treasure. Cast out. Cycle the cast out. It's going to be game. Yep, that happens. Yeah, we're running out of time. The video itself is frozen? Really? I'm showing we're not frozen. I'm showing we're still streaming at good quality here. And that's not what I'm showing. Audio is great, but the video is frozen. Maybe I'm just standing here. Right. What's up, Agent? Eternalize. No. I mean, we're going to mill ourselves. Look at how many more cards we've drawn than our opponent. Alright, Devil Dog. Sweet. We can't afford to draw cards with Azor's Gateway. Can't afford to draw cards, period. We've only got one hope at actually winning this game, and that is to clock him. So that means we need to waste as much time as we can this turn. And then, what? Yeah, we'll just waste as much time as we can this turn. I assume, yeah, he's passing through pretty quickly too. Firesong! Pouncer. He's just waiting on a couple more turns. Casting it. Casting star. I know this is against the time thing, but I'm doing it. Sure, blow up my own land. Who cares? I just want to cast it. Just because we can. Right? I could have sworn I just heard, like, someone scream. Like, I really think I heard some, like, a lady Scream. Hmm. Well, we've got 2 cards left in deck. We're back at 54 life. Right? That's kind of like the only real problem here is we just don't have a way to kill the opponent. Let's go ahead and scoop it up. Right? And now we bring in all the creatures. All right, so we want all of this. So yeah, we want all of that. We need to get rid of 12 things. We can get rid of gateway. Map was pretty good there. I just don't want that many. Fight with fire is going to be alright. I think I can get rid of renewed faith. He's probably going to have, like, the cast outs are going to be good. Drop the stars. Star's cool, but I don't think that's where you want to be here. Jaya's not bad. Sweltering Suns is great. Maybe cut a cast out, cut a Jaya, and a firesong. Oh wait, don't cut a Jaya. You know what? We'll cut a Jaya for Immolating Inferno. All right, here we go. You went 3-1, 3-1, 2-2. First 3 and 4. What? Oh yeah, your record. All right, we would love to play first. We're gonna have to play really quick here, guys. This hand's fine. This hand's fine. All right, so here we go. White source. White source. I'm putting up my yields. I do want to play as quickly as possible here. We'll see if how many mistakes I make when I'm trying to play extremely fast. This is going to be decent. So he plays a couple cards out here. We Sweltering Suns. Then he dumps his hand again. We Sweltering Suns. Or he just tries to beat us for one at a time. Alright, well, we got our white source down. We couldn't use the Field of Ruin for like a, Evolving Wilds because he didn't have something yet. Ooh. Now I have to fight with fire that. So we'll go ahead and play the Cycling Land. We'll pass. Do have to kill the Pride Maid. Can get out of hand pretty quickly. So we'll go ahead and sweep the board. Get rid of the Pride Mate. Play the History of Naya. Pass the turn. We've got 5 minutes left on the clock. The opponent's got 10. So we're a little bit worried about that. So we'll see what happens. Shalah's going to be nice here. It's definitely our play for the turn. I know I'm playing before combat. We'll swing and pass. Ooh, he's gonna block. 2 cards. Wow, 2 cards for half of a history. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, well, treasure map. We get our trigger. Probably going to use the treasure map here. First, I'm going to pop that desert. Get another white source. Didn't turn off my auto yields in time to get the treasure map down. That's my bad. Johnny. Gonna make dudes bigger. Ooh, Pride Made. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. We need hour off the top. Ooh, we need like cast out off the top. Like this thing's getting huge. Whenever a creature dies, Johnny gets bigger. Cast out would be great. Treasure map. Ain't what we're looking for. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get rid of a Johnny. We're just going to do our scrying now. Let's put that on the bottom. We're looking for an hour of devastation. Let's put that on the bottom as well. And we pass. I think main board, if we would have just had a little bit more to do stuff with, would have been all right. Wow, what a beating we're taking. That's going to get so big when we board wipe here. Hour of Devastation will no longer do the trick. We need cast out. Frozen. Guys, I'm showing that I'm showing I'm still at 3K. Hey, we ended up with the extra green source. Doesn't look like we're getting through this one, guys, so we'll go ahead and cast this. We'll sweep the board. We'll get rid of everything else. But we got this 10-10 of Johnny Pridemate that kind of wish they'd have never reprinted that card. This card's broken, guys. This card is really, really good. Really good. You think Long Tusk Cub could end games by himself in the right deck? Like, in a Long Tusk Cub deck, you would put energy cards in it. Well, this is, you're going to put life gain cards in it. And it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Yeah, we're losing here, guys. I mean, I can cycle for an hour. And we can pray. Star of Extinction? No. There we go. Good game. Good game. Right. But Fatal Push. Fatal Push is only going to be here for a little while. Then we're gonna have to. You're gonna have to Doomblade that thing. You're going to have to Doomblade it. Cast down kills it. You're right. It does. It does rush. Cast down does kill it. Okay. So, what do I think about the deck? I think it needs more ways to win in the main board. I like the idea of it. We got to see it go off and like just really make a ton of life. The problem is your only way to deal damage in the entire deck is you can deal 4 to turn, or if you happen to pull all 3 copies of Renewed Faith, and that means you have to play them. You can't cycle them because the way Firesong reads, whenever a white instant or sorcery spell causes you to gain life. It's a spell that causes us to gain life. Okay, so this is an ability that's causing us to gain life. Whenever you cycle, so whenever you activate the ability, the spell itself is you gain 6 life. That's why we didn't get the trigger when we cycled it. So, so you have to cast these. So together you got 18 points of damage. Now, granted, 18 points of burn in 3 cards. Have to hit all 3 of them. We did see the deck just kind of draw through the whole deck, though, so we've got a lot of draw engines here. I think you could probably just deal without the Azor's Gateway. So I would like cut some Azor's Gateways, maybe a Star of Extinction, and put a couple other really good, just like, bam, you know, in-your-face game finishers in the deck. Maybe even Chandra over Dryad Ballad. I know Dryad lets you like recast everything, which means, you know, you board wipe again. I mean, most of what you're recasting is going to be a board wipe, but like we normally don't run into a lot of life gain decks, and we're running into life gain decks here, so that's kind of it's okay. I mean, we may see life gains, we may not. I don't really think that, you know, you should like tailor your deck to be able to beat life gain decks unless the Johnny's Pride Made deck does become a thing. I mean, life gain's kind of there. You can kind of, it's kind of like the opposite of red deck. It's like, well, of course I can't beat you. You just gained 150 life, you know. So, same thing, you know, we have about, you know, red deck. Of course I can't beat you. You killed me before I could get started. So, yeah. Life gain. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, just red deck's evil nemesis. All right, let's jump into our last game here. This one is by James Carr, and this is a green-black Stompy deck. Apparently, James has been doing really good with this deck in Dominaria. What is going on? Really? Really? This is... I've got to optimize some settings. I've got to go find more settings that could be, you know, less than optimized. Wait for it to respond. Come on. Can't say much, though, because I've seen Magic do this on every computer I've ever played it on. So, you know, gotta fix the stash there. All right. Little curlage. Little curlage. What's going on? There it is. It's coming. It's coming. It's cute. It's cute. James Carr, you're super excited. Well, you should be, man. It's your deck. We've played a couple decks like this. If you guys watched the Still Leaf Stompy deck that I played here not too long ago for Jeffrey Willig, that was a really cool deck, and it had a lot of these same cards in it. However, this deck is a little more flexible. I'm a little on the fence about the swamps. I can deal with it. You got 3. We've got Land of War Elves to help us get to the Still Leaf Champion and things like that. Wow, Magic just doesn't want to load right now, does it? Like, what is going on? Where's my preview? Wow, okay. Don't know what's going on there. Probably need to just restart Magic. Hey, Duress is showing. We just don't have any of the art on like half the cards. What's going on? I want to play Dragon's Horde. We ran into that Dragon's Horde deck earlier, and it seemed pretty cool, Blair. I um, I thought the deck was good. Good night, Days Dreamer. If you're in Japan, good morning. No, it'd be morning over there, right? Can't be good night. Anyway, um, James has brought us a different version of the mono green Steel Leaf Stompy. This is still quite mono green. I mean, we still, Land of War Elves into a Steel Leaf Champion on two. You got the Jade Light Rangers, Ronus the Indomitable, Merfolk Branchwalker, and mainly this is a Heart of Kirin deck. It is a Steel Leaf Champion, but also a Heart of Kirin deck. And one of the things I want to point out from the last time I played Steel Leaf Champion can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. The Hero of Oxid Ridge clause. It's something that I forgot about the last time I was playing it, and I was not attacking appropriately because I thought that he had more blockers than he actually had. And so yeah, I let a little bit of damage just kind of peel away from us there. Yeah, Hero of Oxid Ridge. If you guys don't know about Hero of Oxid Ridge, I think it's spelled like this. Probably wrong. This is from... What happened? I'll just type in Hero of Ox, see what we get. But this is the first time I ever seen it. What's my thoughts on the M19 Nicol Bolas? I think he's awesome. I think the M19 Bolas is amazing. So Hero of Oxid Ridge was a 4-mana haste battle cry. Whenever Hero of Oxid Ridge attacks, creatures with power 1 or less can't block this turn. So it's just kind of one of those things. But it couldn't block anything, not just him. So Steel Leaf Champion's a little bit different. Just it can get through. But I do compare it to the Hero of Oxid Ridge, who is a pretty cool card. Nicol Bolas is going to be awesome. I like as in dust. Oxid Ridge, as in dust. I guess Hero of Dust, is that what it is? Like, I don't know. It's awesome art though, just awesome art. Like, just the entire body of him and the horse is like not just a horse, but it's like some kind of dog thing, weird creature. Awesome art. It was drawn by a dude named Eric. No wonder it's awesome, right? Anyway, Steel Leaf Champion, great card here. We're going to try to make sure that we can beat people in the face with it. We got Merfolk Branchwalker, Heart of Kirin. Like I said, guys, this is a Heart of Kirin deck. Merfolk Branchwalker, if it gets that +1/+1 counter, you're crewing the Heart. If you get the Scrap Heap Scrounger down, you're crewing the Heart. If you get a Steel Leaf Champion down, you're swinging with Steel Leaf Champion. But no, you're crewing the Heart. Jade Light Ranger, you get 2 chances. For 1 extra mana, you get a Merfolk Branchwalker, which is a bad card anyway. You can do it twice. Still a bad card. I don't like the Explorer mechanic. I just don't like it. You have no control over it. And if you built decks around being able to control the top of your library and manipulate the top of your library, you might be able to get some type of control over it. But as is, the Explorer mechanic itself is the really only way to manipulate the top of your library. So when I like to see this deck, I like to see this, or when I like to see Explorer, I like to see them with other things where you can get some benefit out of manipulating the top of your library. Or I like to see them as milkshakes because, you know, like Deb says, we're going to bring all the boys to the yard here with your milkshakes. But this deck's not really about that. We're just actually wanting to get these things down. The main reason that I believe these cards were selected by James is because most of these can actually crew the Heart of Kieran. And that's kind of the point. You know, you get the Heart in, you get over for 4, you get the Still Leaf Champion down, you get in for 4. Just straight up, just wham, bam, getting in there. Now, when we get further up the curve, and I am a little bit worried about this double black here, I think you could probably get a little bit more play out of having this as being like Hour of Glory or something, but being able to deal with the fairies and Chandras and things like that, and, you know, those are musts. So if you don't like all 4 Rangers, usually like 2 or 3. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Merfolk Branchwalker or Jade Light Ranger. I'm just not. With playing like tons of decks and seeing them used in all kinds of different places, and I just they're normally lackluster. Not a bad card when you're on curve, right? It's definitely a good curve card. You know, Merfolk Branchwalker into, you know, a Jade Light Ranger, that sort of thing. It's a pretty good curve. Like you're doing all right. You're playing good fair Magic. They're fair cards, but in no way are they broken. I don't think. I don't think that they're just phenomenal. Even though Jade Light Ranger did pop up to what, like $15-$20. So that's why it's the swamps. I got you. I got you. Yeah, the contempt. You do have a little bit more black than most of these decks, which means you can probably get to that contempt a little bit easier than most of the decks we see. Most of the time when you see these green-black decks, you're only going to have those 8 sources of black in the land base, and here James has, you know, the traditional 8 sources with the, you know, woodland cemeteries and the blooming marshes, but he's also got 2 swamps and a Memorial of Folly, so he's got 3 extra sources than most of these decks, and hopefully that's going to be enough to actually get us to that Vraska's Contempt on turn 4 if we need it there. But you know, other than that, once we get further up the curve, we're going to be looking at, you know, at putting some massive dudes on the battlefield. Furderous Gearhulk, making our other dudes become massive. You can actually crew up the Heart of Kieran. Play Murderous Gearhulk. Use it to crew the Heart of Kieran. Make the Heart of Kieran a creature. Turn it into an 8/8 flyer that crews for 3. Yes, if you were to enchant Heart of Kieran or something like that, then Heart of Kieran would become would drop the enchantments when it was no longer a creature, but it would keep +1/1 counters. So if you do use the Murderous Gearhulk, you make the 8/8 flyer, that sort of thing. Watch out for those fatal pushes and abrades. But if you can get away with it, then by all means. It has vigilance. It's not tapping. You're not losing to a Silhouette. So that's basically against white decks is where I'd want to try to use that. So Hour of Glory is better in these type of decks too. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. You know, the Hour of Glory is normally what you see here, but James has went to throw a couple extra black sources in to make sure that he can hit that that double red or double black here for the Vraska's Contempt. Now, other than Murderous Gearhulk, we do have Carnage Tyrants. We know that there are a lot of decks out there, guys, that cannot answer a Carnage Tyrant. Their only answer is I must get enough bodies in front of it to stop this train from running over me. Just keep piling stuff on until we slow it down, right? And then I'm saying higher up on the curve because it's Galta. You know, it's a 12 mana creature. We all know Galta is not 12 mana, right? Like if we're have you ever paid 12 mana for a Galta? I'm not for sure I have. I might have on stream once or twice, but I don't think so. I mean, 12 mana for a Galta? I thought I would never pay for a Joshu Vest, but you know what? I did. But yeah, Carnage Tyrant, a monkey. I love me some Carnage Tyrant. Carnage Tyrant is awesome. I actually think that, you know, Carnage Tyrant is one of those like really like good cards right now that's actually should be doing something to kind of control the meta. I think if enough people said, hey, look, I'm playing Carnage Tyrant, there would be certain things that just had to be done in all decks. Like, we don't see a lot of the blue-black decks just, like, you don't see any Vona's Hunger getting played. And if there was a lot more Carnage Tyrants being played, we'd see more Vona's Hunger. We'd see more cards like that. So that's kind of something I expect, you know, in the future. As some of these other cards rotate away, we lose the Doomfalls, we lose things like that. You're going to need cards like Bonus Hunger to kind of really make sure that you can deal with cards like Carnage Tyrant. Otherwise, it's board sweepers or else, man. I mean, Carnage Tyrant's running over, so smash that like. Jeffrey Willig, sir, I am so happy that you're actually still here or just tuning in, whatever, to watch this. This is actually really close to the version of the deck that I was talking about. Personally, I wouldn't run the Vraska's Contempts, and I'd probably cut back on these 3 lands just because that's a little bit more tried and true. But I'm not saying this is a bad take out of it. I wouldn't put more swamps in this, and I wouldn't put more black spells in it than this. But this is pretty decent. If you don't have some of these cards, I understand. If you're not getting into Modern, don't. Like, we're really coming up to the point now where it's like, okay, if you haven't bought the Fatal Pushes, if you haven't bought anything from Kaladesh, you probably don't want to be buying a lot from Kaladesh, you know, this block, as you only have 3 months. But then again, 3 months of just poning your LGS might be worth a place at a Fatal Push. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if it's the deck, if it's the card that's going to put you where you need to be and you have everything else, don't let the fact that a card is rotating out stop you from getting that card, okay? So, yeah. But that's the main board. We've talked about that. Let's look at the... Oh, and there's those 2 Blossoming Defense that I failed to mention. Oh, no. Magic, come on. You wouldn't be surprised to see Divest come into the meta after the rotation of Carnage Tyrant. Oh, after the rotation for Carnage Tyrant. Understood. That could be a thing. Look at that Prowling Serpent. Prowling Serpent. Serpent. I love, like, that. That's such a weird name. The Prowling Serpent. And whatever. You've had pushes since Aether Revolt. I've had pushes since the month they were, I guess it was last September. I had a couple pushes before that, like 3 maybe, 2 or 3. But then, like, that month, I was like, okay, time to bring out quit playing, you know, Goofy and get all of my Fatal Push promos. So I got my promos. Yeah, I don't think Fatal Push is going anywhere. So, like, that promo is going to be great to just have. So, yeah, I've got my Fatal Push promos. Anyway, in the sideboard, we've got a couple copies of Duress, 3 copies of Cast Down, a little bit more removal there, you know what I mean? Getting in there with a Duress, like peeling those settle the wreckages and fumigates out of your opponent's hand is like just really, really good. So, okay, so I have traveled and played at a lot of different, like, local game stores. Like, when I would go into town, I would stop and I would check out a game store or something like that. The sound effect for that card in Arena is hilarious. I can't wait. Meows. Anyway, yeah. You will be sending your deck. You added black to it. Okay, so hold up. We're gonna wait for M19 to hit all out before we start running the decks. I'll put a post up, Jeffrey, over on Patreon. I'll put a post up. It's not going to be this week. We'll put a post up like mid next week. It'll be after the 11th before I put them up. But yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it later this week. How's that? As long as we're after the 11th, we're fine. But yeah, I'll put a post up for you guys to drop your new decks there for July. Is there any modern lists that abuse Godpharaoh's Gift? Not, you know, I haven't actually seen that. Seems like there would be a good way to abuse Godpharaoh's Gift in modern. As far as I know, not really. Not really. Standard abuses Godpharaoh's Gift pretty good. Like, you could take a couple cards out and be like, I'm just not going to run these and run these over here instead because they're better. But for the most part, you really want, like, Godpharaoh's Gift, you want that Minister of Inquiries into Search for Azcanta into Godpharaoh's Gift. Yeah, like that's where you want to go. Man, it's after midnight here, guys. Whew. All right, we're gonna have to play this deck, and I got to start streaming earlier. Let's look at this creature count. I didn't even count. I didn't even look at the creature count, but he's got this Life Crafter's Bestiary. He's got over 20. 26. Look at that, right? This man wants to draw cards. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. A mono red gift in modern. See, I that seems like it would be great with Gate to the Afterlife instead of Refurbish or something. It seems great. It seems absolutely phenomenal. There's got to be a ton of creatures, and wow, you can run like oh wow, you've got multiple constructs. You can use Walking Ballista and what's the other one? Hangerback Walker. So you got a bunch of 0 mana spells that'll kill themselves to just trigger, right? Oh man, you just need to get to that 5 mana. Vexing Devil. Oh, that's nice because you either get a 1 mana 4 power dude or you get a 0 mana 4 power dude. You get the loot and you just get him back later. It seems good. It seems like you kind of have to have the combat celebrant in there though, right? Like without, well, we have Mog Fanatic, right? And we've got a goblin dude, tap him, yeah, something like that. Not quite as good as Mog Fanatic, but you know, whatever. Anyway, let's jump into a game. We got time for one game here. We're hoping our opponent doesn't just scoop on us, and let's see what happens. All right, James. This is all you, good sir. This is all you. Sorry, we can't join. It's not accepting players at this time. What? Whatever. We will host the match. We'll be the host. You can come join us, guys. Coonsy. What do you guys think about that new background right there? Huh? The new card back? Jeez, the digital card back. Magic the Gathering. That's pretty cool. Look at the circles and no more logo, like no more logos, no more like Christopher Rush, oh man. I don't know, Magic. I don't know if I like not having the mana symbols here. The circles just don't do it for me the way the mana symbols do. It's like we're just playing with a light bright. We haven't plugged in yet. All right. Anyway, let's look at this. Do we keep this? Man, we're a little bit off, but I mean, we've got turn 3 still leave. Look, you're not going to get Land of War Elf every game. So some games you just got to go. We're going to still leave here. I'll play the Blooming Marsh. No accidental pin. What from Mark Rosewater? Mark who? Ooh, mono red. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so we'll play our forest. Still, he's going to be a big boy. He's going to be hard for him to deal with. But the Fanatical Firebrand, Mog Fanatic, is going to make things a little bit difficult. It'll give him the ability to use something like an Abrade and be able to follow that up with tapping the Mog Fanatic to kill our Stillleaf champion, which is not exactly where I want to be. Soulscar Mage doesn't make this much better because it means that Mog Fanatic puts neg 1/1 counters on things. Not as worried about Hazard after seeing the Get to Lava Runner because that means this is more like the Kiln deck. Okay, so we don't have a 4th green, so that means we're not going to be able to play Stillleaf Champion and hold up a Blossoming Defense anyway. So, like, waiting to turn 4 to be able to play the Still Leaf Champion with the Blossoming Defense is just not going to work for us. I think the best thing that we could possibly do here is just drop the Still Leaf Champion. Hopefully he has to stick some, burn towards it or something like that. A braid would just be nasty. It would, wouldn't it? A braid would be so nasty. Oh, there's that little pin mark on the original card backs. Really? Is it on all of them? I've never even really paid attention to that much. Goblin Chain Whirler. Fanatical Firebrand ticking me down again. He doesn't swing. Sweet. We got there. Okay, so punished for making the play I made. Well, let's Ronus. Ronus will be handy here. Kill Goblin Chain Whirler. Alright, so he puts a -1/1 counter on it. I mean, he's going to do this in response, right? Guess not. Alright, so that kills Chain Whirler. That takes that problem away from us. There's a Goblin Chain Whirler. Alright. Alright. We just play Verder's Gearhulk to fix it? It's too much. It's too much. Now we're taking the beating. The beats are coming. So we got 7. Ooh, that's not bad. So it cost 5? Cost everything. Or we can Verderous Gearhulk. I think we Verderous. Let's just fix all of our big dudes. And then we'll just swing with the Still Leaf Champion. Block the Mage. Couldn't block anything. We didn't have another creature that was above 4 power, so we couldn't actually get in front of it with the Ronus. So won't kill what? First strike? Gives us still. I have no clue what you guys are talking about. I think you guys are like a couple turns behind me. Oh my goodness, really? Alright. Alright, opponent. We're about to turn it on. Merfolk Branchwalker. Well, that's free. Let's put that on top. I'm probably going to want that. I've got to get rid of this mage right now. We cannot afford to have anything else hold us up. We'll play our Galta. I think we just passed the turn. I think the only thing we're really going to be getting in with is Galta. So, you know, getting rid of Soul Scar Mage there was pretty good for us. Yeah, we just got a Goblin Chain Whirler our way in. Hoping that we just don't see another Soul Scar Mage. Gutter Snipe, whenever you cast an answer sorcery spell, just start dealing the damage straight to face. Get to Lava Runner. Like, man, he has not hit many of his spells. Okay. So what do we do? Swing like God sorted out? I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can do that. We can't block here. He's at 15. Trample. We can give something trample. Yep. I think we swing and let him sort it out. Here we go. The Warrior is why cast down is in the side. Okay. Understood. I did not do the math on this swing. It looks like we can make it. It looks like we can make it. So he puts a Goblin Chain Whirler in front of that. And then, I mean, the math looks like it's there. He's got a lot to block. Okay. Okay. So the whole point in like being able to sacrifice these dudes was so that we can get in for 15 points. Alright, so Galta's going to get through with 8 points. Doesn't matter. We've assigned Roska's Contempt. He's going to be at 1. He'll have a Goblin Chain Whirler left when this is over. If I did the math right, he'll be at 1. I did the math wrong. Yep. Yep. Wrong math. Bad math. He's close. He's got a lot of work to do. He's definitely got a lot of work to do. I still think that was the right answer right there, was to just swing. It puts him way too far behind. And we knew that we could deal with one of the Chain Whirlers, so yeah. Alright, Cast Down's pretty good against this deck. But then again, so is Death Court Scavenger. Kind of like Cast Down. And I actually like it over Scrap Heap Scrounger. Scrap Heap Scrounger doesn't block. Yeah. Oh yeah, cast down. Okay, you're right. Whirler's why cast down is in the sideboard. It makes sense. What do you normally take out to bring in the cast downs? So we got cast down, we got some lands, we got some things, we can do some stuff. Hey guys, this is a good hand. We just need that Jade Light. We need to hit a land in 3, and then Jade Light give us like 2 more lands, and then, you know, do the things. Probably gonna take a beating from this before I decide to kill it. There we go. There's our land. Look at that. Bam. Done. Just slam bam. Thank you, man. Which is probably what he's about to do. It's probably gonna be like double 1-drop. Go. What? Really? Alright, we're passing turn here, so I expect this to be a burn game. You take the Carnage Tyrants out versus red deck? It's like an infinite blocker versus I'm going to play the Memorial now. I think this is my turn to get it down. Next turn we can just play Forest, Jade Light Ranger. Now see, I can understand taking the Verdurous. Yeah. Oh no! The Whirler of Chain. Well, at least it came down before Jade Light Ranger. Kind of actually don't even need to play Jade Light Ranger right now. Like, we can just like clean this up. Let's just pass the turn. We can clean it up on his turn. You never know what's going to happen. You never know. We need that cast down. Fanatical Firebrand. I love this card. This card's so good. Cast down for what? Oh, sorry. Oh, I bet. I bet Memorial is actually really great. There's a couple of those cards I'm a big fan of. I'm not really huge on the green one, even though it's a really good effect. The Memorial seems great though. Hey, Land of War means that if he... Do we do that? No. We Jade Light before while he's tapped out with this, so he can't like kill it in response. I mean, if he wants to use a spell to kill it in response, it's fine, but Contempt. Yep, we'll leave that on top. That's fine. So yeah, we drew a land, we revealed a Contempt, we'll leave the Contempt on top. We're looking at next turn being able to deal with something like a Hazard. Okay, he's putting burn spells towards creatures, not our face. That's always nice, because this will end the game quickly, like very, very quickly. James, I just find that Scrap Heap Scrounger is like the worst card in the mono red matchup. Like it. I'd rather have like PLR or something like that. Man, I put him on being the Flame of the Killed deck. I was right. It definitely is. But we've got Contempt. I definitely think we can get the Land of War Elves down here. I can even Fatal Push this. Just to keep our elf. Like, I don't know. That Fanatical Firebrand is going to be really mean in a couple turns anyway. So, I mean, it's going to do a lot of damage. Like, if you think that you can survive the Flame of the Kiln turn, you cannot. 9 times out of 10, you cannot survive that turn no matter what they've got on the battlefield. The things that'll just happen, and like ping for 1 becomes ping for 3, and it gets really broken really quick. This deck is really you feel is really good in the meta. Yeah, the green black the green black deck is really good. I don't deny that at all. Another flame. Another flame. Okay. Well, we cannot block a hazard. Hazard would just swing on us and just do horrible things. So he's actually going to draw cards. He's going to draw 3 cards, and red sources are going to deal an extra 2 points of damage each. Okay. Ouch. This is going to happen. Maybe he hits like land. Is that too much? Is that too much to ask for? 3 lands. Let's Goblin Chain Whirler. It's going to do 3 damage to Carnage Tyrant, 3 damage to us. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I feel that this is really good in the meta. I don't think it's a bad deck at all. You've got a lot of the right answers, and because you're in black, it gives you a lot of the answers to like all the big meta decks. So, yeah. Hast. Du hast. Du hast, bitch. Du hast, bitch, one dine. I'm probably butchering that. Wow. See, you do not survive the flame turn. You don't survive the flame turn, guys. Oh, he didn't swing with it. He could have swung with it. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to swing. I ain't scared. We're going to try to survive the next flame turn. I said you don't survive with it, but we're going to try it. We do have to, like, contempt something. Gain 2 life. Take 4. Plus a bunch burn. We're probably so dead. I probably shouldn't have swung with that Carnage Tyrant. There's no way I should have swung with that Carnage Tyrant. I mean, he knows I have a Vraska's Contempt, but still. Alright. We got rid of that. We're at 8. Can he not do 8 points of damage? And this thing does 4 by itself. Shock will do the other 4. And he's just, what card does he have? Does he have a shock? Because I take 4 here. Ooh, it's brutal. We do need to just close this down before he gets enough to, I don't know, do stuff to us. Like, we got to end this game now. He will have the burn eventually. Boom, boom, boom. And that's it. Sweet. He just scooped it up. Just scooped it up. You know, that's, yeah. Again, fighting red deck, you gotta kill him. If we'd waited around 3, 4, or 5 more turns, he would have found the burn. He would have killed us. You know, just having those big threats like Carnage Tyrant, it's just too big for him to deal with. So I actually don't like taking Carnage Tyrant out in that matchup. Plus, you have like an infinite blocker for you know, Hazard, things like that. You just set him back, you know, set it and forget it. Yeah, I don't like taking Carnage Tyrant out there. I just really like taking the Scrap Heap Scroungers out. I feel that if things go badly against a mono red deck, and let's face it, guys, things can quickly go badly against a mono red deck, right? Yeah, if things start going badly, you need to start putting on the brakes, and Scrap Heap Scrounger has no brakes. And sometimes the opponent will put a wall in front of him, and there's not much you can do with it other than to run into the wall. So Scrap Heap Scrounger is not always where I want to be in a red matchup. If I think that I'm 100% the aggressor and I am going to just, you know, really just outrun this particular red deck, then maybe I would leave him in or something like that. But for the most part, if they're any well-tuned red deck, they're going to be able to be a little bit faster than you unless you just hit that perfect line of war into that Still Leaf Champion. And when you're still looking at the sideboard, you can't guarantee that you're going to get that top-notch nut draw, right? So I like taking the Scrap Heap Scroungers out against red decks just because they can't block. And I think that that makes a little bit of sense, but you might see some pros or some other people go, hey, look, you know, you keep these in, you don't keep these in. I've seen people do it either way, so yeah. Yeah, pressure is definitely the key. You know, if you push enough pressure, then all of a sudden when the Carnage Tyrant finally comes down, it's like, well, I just spent my whole hand dealing with the other crap you played. Now I got to deal with this? Come on. And that's kind of what Carnage Tyrant does. You know, they just, hands in the air, it's over, you know. But yeah, we made it through the stream, guys. Stream seemed okay. I mean, there's always going to be some, you know, fluctuations with streaming to YouTube and stuff, but looks like stream was okay here for the last part. For you guys, did everything look all right for you guys? Hopefully it did. If so, you know, you might want to think about, you know, hitting that subscribe button, something like that. You know, hit that like button, share it with your friends and stuff like that, because we're coming to be back. M19's here. We got a lot to do, a lot to play with. I got to go find this horse deck. All right, I got to go find this horse deck. Yeah, that horse deck was awesome. I definitely I want to play horses. Horsies. We got to have a horse deck. Black, white horses. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. If someone has a horse deck or something like that, you want to post it, might play it. The tail end was just fine. Well, sweet. Hopefully, you know, the entire second part much better than the first round. Well, thanks for coming back, Paul. It took me a few minutes to figure out what it was. I was trying to stream a turn-based game at 60 frames per second, so I just dropped it to 30 frames per second. It seems like that's going to smooth things up a lot for us, which will help. And there's some other things that I'll be able to tune and stuff like that. Yeah, I will we'll give it a shot, and got a lot of decks I want to run. Oh man, we're going to hit M19 so hard, guys. We got 3 days. Well, actually, today is now the 9th. So we got the 10th and 11th. And on the 11th, manatraders is going to have everything available for us so we can rent and play and do all the things with all the cards. So remember, if you guys want to try manatraders, links in the description box along with a coupon code to save you 15% on your first 3 months when you sign up. Gosh, guys, it's so good to be back. I am so happy to be back streaming. Everything looks like it's staying at 3K. There's going to be some fluctuation, but for the most part, we're above 3K. We're chilling there. Yes, we're back to streaming. Let me know in the comments what you thought about tonight. A little, be gentle, but let me know in the comments. And yeah. If you want to see something funny, go back and watch the beginning of the first stream, if it will even let you. I was freaking out trying to figure out what was going wrong. Yeah, you want to see somebody panic? There you go. Anyway, my name's Eric. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. I hope you guys had fun. We'll see you next time here on Sideboard MTG.